2 minutes wait. If any other student wants to join. Okay, now student, I am starting. Dreams are not what you see in sleep. They are the things that do not let you sleep. Meaning of this is very famous quote speak by APJ Abdul Kalam. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam is the former president of India. Children, this is the thought which everyone knows. सपने वो नहीं होते हैं जो सो के देखे जाते हैं, नींद में देखे जाते हैं. सपने वो होते हैं जो नींद आने ही नहीं देते हैं. जब तक वो सपना पूरा नहीं हो जाता, the dream not come true, we are awake. That should be our dream. The passion should be there. Another, I like this. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. This quote is also given by APJ Abdul Kalam. Children, creator of missiles in independent India, a great scientist in the real sense of the term, and last but not least, former president of India, Dr. Abdul Kalam was born on October 15, 1931 at the popular pilgrimage center and island Rameshwaram. October 15, 1931 in Rameshwaram in the southern state of Tamil Nadu. His full name is Abul Pakir Jainuddin Abdul Kalam. Again, I am repeating. AVUL. Abul Pakir. 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 Jainuddin. Jainulabdin. Abdul Kalam. In short, he is known as APJ Abdul Kalam. Little Abdul was born in a poor but honest and cultured family. He lived with his father, mother, and brother and sister in his old ancestral home near Masjid Lane of Rameshwaram. Dr. Abdul Kalam was stated in one of his write-ups. Some cultured Hindu families stayed near the home. Among them lived the high priest of the temple of Rameshwaram. So he inspired from many people. When World War II ended, 15 years old Abdul asked his father's permission to study at the secondary school at the district headquarters in Ramanathapuram. This bright and intelligent boy won the hearts. My voice is this bright and intelligent boy who the heart of his teachers as well. They in turn helped him after passing from Sijalt High School in 1950. Kalam went to the nearby city of Tiruchirappalli and joined the St. Joseph College for further studies. Now he had gained confidence. His English professor, Father R.N. Spiria, was his hostel warden also. He influenced him to do new things. So he joined the Madras Institute of Technology, MIT, and he got distinction. That's why he chose MIT, chose the aviation engineering course. Why aviation? You know, children, aviation means all about rock flying, the aeroplane and helicopter. He was now clear in his mind that he wanted to become a pilot. Actually, he joined in MIT to become a pilot. But when he was doing these things, 1 week after his interview came, and in that interview, Indian Air Force Selection Committee in Dehradun, besides physical fitness, many other aspects were taken into consideration, and 8 candidates selected, but Kalam is not selected, and he was in deep depression because he wanted to be a pilot. He then went to nearby Shivanand Ashram to seek comfort, and there he met with Swami Sivanand. Swami Sivanand asked him the reason of his sadness. Kalam replied that his having missed an opportunity to work in the Air Force had pained him with a reassuring that Swamiji told him, nobody can change destiny. What was destiny to happen has happened. Therefore, do not disappear. Probably it must be been for the many better thing for children. See, you can see this is the very rare picture of APJ Abdul Kalam. Children, you can see in the presentation, APJ Abdul Kalam with his sister, brother, and mother, father, mother. And but when he lost all the hope to join the as a pilot in Indian Defence, appointment letter from DTD and P, it is full form of Defence Ministry, to join duty as senior scientific assistant at a salary of rupees 250 per month. It is very big amount that time. Awaited for him. Kalam stayed in North India for 3 years. There he worked there. One of his earlier assignment was to design an aircraft. He was very good in science and math from the beginning. He was distinction. So when he joined this post, he get a project to design aircraft which could fly faster than second. In between, he was shifted to the aircraft and armament testing until an aircraft which can fly faster than sound. In between, he was shifted to the aircraft and armament testing until ANATU for a year at the industrial town of Kanpur. Here he learned how planes are serviced and how damaged and worn out parts are replaced. Kalam was then transferred to the newly established aerospace unit called the Aeronautical Development Establishment. Aeronautical Development Establishment ADE in Bangalore. He was asked to lead a team for 4 scientists. The group was given the responsibility of building an indigenous overcraft in 3 years. Then Defense Minister V.K. Krishnan Menon, that time the Defense Minister was V.K. Krishnan Menon, wanted to work to be completed at the earliest. Whenever he visited Bangalore, the minister would make it a point to see the progress of the project. That 3-year project, however, crafted by name of Nandi. Nandi is the is the bell of Shivji. So the aircraft named as Nandi. Aircraft is named as Nandi. Aircraft name is Nandi. Patel Sneha, let me speak. Don't speak. Okay. So it is made within 3 years. It is made within 3 years. It is a progress for India. So you can see now he started his journey. A week after Professor Menon's visit, Kalam received a call from Indian Community for Space Research, INCOSPAR, for an interview at Mumbai for the post of rocket engineer. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, he is the famous Gujarat-based scientist. He is the pioneer of science that time. Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, the father of Indian space program, Professor Menon, an official from the Department of Atomic Energy, interviewed Kalam as rocket engineer. During the following days, his necessary basic training in the computer department of TIFR started. According to him, the environment of TIFR was genial, totally different from other government departments. By the end of 1962, the government had decided to set up a rocket launching center at Thumba in Kerala. Kerala was selected along with a team of scientists to go to US for a 6-month training in rocket engineering at NASA. After 6 months later, Kalam and his group returned to India to get the training from NASA. The country's first rocket, Nike Apache. The first rocket of country is Nike Apache, Nike, Nike APACHE, was gifted by NASA. The rocket was launched on November 21. Children, I can show you, I think, the picture. They see. They made it in so few amount of money. The rocket was launched on November 21, 1963. Kalam had taken care of all the technical responsibilities. So this is the first rocket. and now he was become the head of ISRO, Indian Space Research Center, ISRO. As head of ISRO's satellite launch vehicle project, SLV-3, Kalam did a wonderful and successful job. His biggest gain was the opportunity he got to discuss and interact with foreign experts in various fields, and cannot to realize that technology can be used to further the development of missile. The SLV-3 was launched successfully July 16, 1980. Elated colleagues lifted him on their soldiers. They lifted the big missiles on their soldiers because that time there is very less opportunities are there. They are so good. They work hard. They do their things. See the rare pictures. They lifted him on their soldiers. Immediately, the success of program was announced on radio and TV. Then the Prime Minister, late Srimati Indira Gandhi, congratulated them, entire team of their success. India, those joined. This is very old time story. That time, these things are very precious. Now it is. We have lots of institutes are there, ISRO and many developed. But that time it is developing. Very initial stage, they done this with their efforts and hard work. Indira Gandhi congratulated the entire team of its success. India, those joined a handful of elite nations to achieve such feat. In his hour of success, Kalam remembered Dr. Sarabhai and thanked Dr. Satish Dhawan and Dr. Prakash for their guidance and vision. On May 31, 1982, Kalam bade farewell to ISRO after 18 eventful years to head the country's missile development program at DRDL. DRDL is Defense Research and Development Laboratory in June 1982. You can write, the rocket tipped with bombs is known as a missile. Missile is actually a destructive weapon. What is missile? It is a destructive weapon. It has nothing to do with the rocket used in space fight. Missiles can be filled from aeroplanes, submarines, or from the ground also. So now the use of missiles we know, we understand. These missiles can locate it, that Abdul Kalam only understand that these missiles can locate it in the great target and fixed place. Anti-missiles are used, that these things given by, these thoughts given by APJ Abdul Kalam only. Anti-missiles are used to fire missiles on their tracks and destroyed them. Initially, only Germany, America, Russia, and China produced missiles. Now, with the help of APJ Abdul Kalam, India has begun producing various missiles like Prithvi, Akash, Nag, Agni, Trishul, and BrahMos with Russian collaboration. On June 26, 1984, under his leadership, the Devil missile, especially developed for the army, was successfully tested. To see its progress, the Prime Minister, late Sri Rajiv Gandhi, visited the site in August 1985. On September 16, 1985, the Trishul missile was successfully tested, fired from the Sriharikota. Now it is the main Indian satellite launcher, Sriharikota testing range. On the morning of February 25, 1988, at 11:25 hour, the 100% indigenous Prithvi missile, that is the most successful missile, Prithvi missile can carry a successfully tested fired from Shar, Sriharikota. This missile can carry a bomb load of 1000 kg and fired at a distance of 1500 kilometers. Western nations displayed concern and barely threatened over its success. They are very afraid. India was making so many missiles. They are so afraid. Other countries, 7 countries decided not to deliver the insincere raw material to the India. They are so afraid because they don't want that very small developed country like India can do such things. On the morning of May 22, 1989, at 7:10 hour, the nuclear-capable Agni missile was successfully test-fired on Republic Day, January 26, 1990. It is the very big success of Agni missile. Kalam was given the Padma Vibhushan from Jadavpur University, and then from India he got the highest award, Padma Vibhushan, and he was given the degree honor of doctorate degree from Jadavpur University, that is in Kolkata. The media started calling him India's missile man. He was awarded Bharat Ratna in 1997, the younger scientist to get the award. He was the younger scientist who get the award of this Prachi Rathod. This award. He is the youngest person who got a Bharat Ratna in very young age. Kalam was appointed as scientific advisor to the Defense Ministry on November 25, 1999. He was appointed the principal scientific advisory to the central government and was accorded cabinet rank, making place till 2020. He has also published a book, India 2020 Kalam. He's written lots of books for kids also. You can browse. For you, kids like you, he given lots of tips. Kalam registered for his post of principal scientific advisory and plant service science. He joined the Anna University of Tamil Nadu. For the kids, he teach like a teacher. Everything he resigned from every high post. And what he chose? To be a teacher, to be a professor, to teach young kids and children like you. He wants his knowledge to give the children like you for the benefit of the new scientist, born scientist, young scientist. On July 25, 2002, Kalam was sworn in as the President of India. 2002. He was the President of India in July 25, 2002 by Justice B.N. Kripal, Chief Justice of India. Kalam became the 11th President of our country. Always smiling Kalam is simple, humble and very soft spoken. Children, now I will show you few pictures which is very nice. See, this person is Sarabhai, Vikram Sarabhai. I will tell you biography of Vikram Sarabhai also. It is his childhood picture. See how his rocket launching. See. Now, see how he is like to spend time with kids. Now, how he got death. While delivering a lecture at the Indian Institute of Management, Shillong, Kalam collapsed and died from an apparent cardiac arrest on 27 July 2015, aged 83. So children, in the last moment of his life, he was giving lecture to the kids, the engineers. In that room, he died in the stage only. He not go to the hospital. He was giving lecture and he got heart attack and he got died. He was do work. He was in the last second of his life. He was giving lecture. He was dedicated to the student. This is the scene where he collapsed. You can see in the picture. Here the picture where he was giving lecture. This is the dais where he was giving lecture and he was collapsed and he was dead. That is the date 27th July 2015. But he was dead, but his thoughts always there. There is a thought. You can see you have to dream before your dreams can come true. तो सपने देखते रहो जब तक आपके सारे सपने पूरे नहीं हो जाते हैं. We wish and pray to the Almighty that this great son of India continue to serve the country, not physically, but his soul, his pure soul will see us and we will make the India country develop. So children, this is the end of the session. I will send you recording now. What I will do, I will give you, presentation is there. I will give you one link I'll give you one link in the chat box. Okay? आपके